When I say, OK Google, wave at me, it will do this.
Hi, I am waving at you.
And when I say maximum, minimum, middle. Hi guys, my name is Kapil Upadhyay and I welcome you to the Vision Automation Solution YouTube channel page. Today we will see the AIY voice kit that is powered by, or we can say given by Google. What its overview, what are its content, what are the components in it, what are their technical aspects, and if is it worthy of getting this much of cost. This is going to be a little bit descriptive video, so hold your horses, fasten your seat belts, and let's get over it. As we all know, with the increase of popularity of home assistants such as Google Home, or we can say Amazon's Alexa, our friends at AI Projects has released an exciting new and I can say a very innovative approach for students or beginners that allows you to create your very own voice activation home assistant. The AIY Voice Kit teaches you how to build and connect your own device to Google Assistant environment. And my friend, this is a very user friendly. The AIY kit we will talk about in upcoming sessions is going through the entire assembly process so that we can run the Google Assistant SDKs right on the cardboard boxes. The AIY voice kit from Google let you build your own natural language process and connect it to the Google Assistant, or we can say cloud speech to text service. Allow you to ask questions and issue voice commands to your program, and all of this fit in a handy little cardboard cubes that is powered by Raspberry Pi and supported by voice bonnet, speaker, micro SD card, push button, micro USB cable, speaker box, internal frame cardboards, button nuts, and button harness, standoffs for voice head. That's it. And my friend, AIY stands for Artificial Intelligence Yourself. And they aren't kidding. So let's get to our first and main component, that is Raspberry Pi. In this Google AIY, they are using Raspberry Pi Zero WH. And WH stands for wireless with header. See, if you are looking for a Raspberry Pi Zero board, here are very different versions, that is Raspberry Pi Zero version 1.3 that is without wireless, and Raspberry Pi Zero W that is Wi-Fi, wireless and Bluetooth. See, my personal experience, if you want to know, I recommend you getting the starter kit with all the essential parts to get started, because it will save more. In If you want to purchase in differently, it will cost a lot. But if you get this in a kit, it will save you a lot, really. Since we carry Raspberry Pi Zero in 2017, it has been a blast. Many creative and innovative projects has been created since then, but soldering the 40 pin header onto 0W is not everyone's favorite task, because we have to solder manually after getting it from the factory. But in a recent scenario, especially for the beginners, they have released the version of Raspberry Pi WH that is pre-soldered of 2 into 20 header pins, that comes directly from the factory, from the Raspberry Pi Foundation, and this will help in hardware prototyping, and this is going far better than the soldering the yourself, because being a beginner, I was not familiar with the environment of embedded systems, and I don't know about soldering. I have seen a lot of people soldering, but I have never done it on my own. And my personal experience, I destroyed one Arduino by soldering it, by soldering it pins, and it was a very devastating experience for me. So moving on, apart from my experiences, This is a super low cost single board computer, and see, with just under RM100 you are getting a working computer. It is cheaper than Arduino controller boards with around 32 yes, it exactly 32 bits of processor. Even better with WH version that not only comes with Wi-Fi and Bluetooth ready, but also comes with a 40 pin, that is 2 into 20 40 pins of GPIO, that is pre-soldered. This new Raspberry Pi Zero WH offers all the benefits of Pi Zero version 1.3, but with a big difference, that is built-in wireless Bluetooth and Wi-Fi. More specifically, the giant upgrade is the addition of BCM 43143, that is a Wi-Fi chip that is built in your Raspberry Pi Zero. Just like the Raspberry Pi 3, no more peaky Wi-Fi adapters and other hardware modules. This is going to be the inbuilt Wi-Fi ready for you, and the Bluetooth technology that they are using is BLE, that is Bluetooth Low Energy, on board, making the Pi an excellent IoT solution. Be aware of the clone version of Raspberry Pi. Please go through its description, that is especially comes from raspberrypi.org, because they are getting a clone version that is cheaper but not reliable at all. Getting through its component, that it's a BCM 2835 32-bit ARM based processor, that is SoC running at 1 GHz. The Raspberry Pi Zero is faster than Raspberry Pi 1 with mini HDMI, micro B OTG USB cable, and the same 40 GPIO pins. It's still great connectivity. Although you are probably need some accessories to help you hook it, that you need a VGA converter to connect it with your computer, and it is really attractive, but do bear in mind that you need additional accessories to get it running, and at least a USB adapter and a micro SD card is a must. But in AI Google Kit, they are providing with a adapter and a converter and a micro USB card, that is around 32 GBs that I have got. Now moving on to our next component, that is a voice hat. Hat doesn't have any full form because it's simply a hat that we wear on our head, because it is mounted on the Raspberry Pi with all the GPIO 40 pins is gonna insert in that. That's why in the AI by Google Kit we have a standoffs. AI was voice had connected the Raspberry Pi to the Google Assistant and is a part of a Google AI voice kit. It comes with a version 1. It was created with Raspberry Pi 3 Model B in mind, but may be used with any Raspberry Pi featuring a 40-way header, such as a Raspberry Pi Zero that we uses. The hat includes onboard hardware to facilitate audio capture and playback. This you can say, if you are able to see, there are two male white ports. One is connected with the button and one is connected to the microphone. The connectors for the dual mic, daughter board and speakers. GPIO breaks out to connect low voltage components like micro servers and the sensors, and on optical barrel connected for dedicated power supply. So there is also a note for voice hat, that instead we have a voice bonnet, which is a smaller p hat version of this board. It means that a voice bonnet is come with a microphone inbuilt in it, but a voice hat have separate microphone. It has a EEPROM product ID and need 5 volt or 3.3 volt power supply. It majorly uses 16 GPIO pins other than Raspberry Pi, other than AIY. It uses I2C and UART communication protocol, and sometimes SPI also. A voice set uses two hardware, that is audio amplifier and a microphone. Audio amplifier that it uses is MAX98357A, and the microphone that it uses is ICS 43432. Schematic have main board and a microphone board. The drivers they use is a Google Voice Hat minus codec.c, Google Voice Hat minus soundcard.c, Google Voice Hat minus soundcard minus overlay.dth. If we want to manually overload, that we uses a command of sudo space tt overlay space Google Voice Hat space minus soundcard. If we talk about voice bonnet, they have also audio codec, MCU, LED driver, crypto. This is an optional, that is I2C address of 0 into 62, a microphone. The drivers they use is MCU driver, MCU PWM driver, MCU GPIO driver, MCU ADC driver, LED driver, software PWM driver for buzzer, and the sound driver. If we talk about speaker, they are very decent. Their voice is fine. Their voice is just fine, not very impressive. These speakers are pretty decent, but not what I thought it will be like Alexa and or I can say Google Home. They are okay. Don't have a very good sound quality. They works on 5 volt. There always a warning while inserting speaker in the cardboard. The speaker contain magnets and should be kept out of the reach of children, and may interfere with medical implant and pacemaker. Always make sure the speaker is snug and secure. Your electrical hardware is secure on the cardboard frame. Cardboard quality is good, but if I want to carry it or I want to use it like as I use Alexa, it's not that much good. But what should I expect more from a cardboard? That cardboard is bending, that's okay. It's not good, it's not that much good. Now moving on, as we have covered all the components and discussed them thoroughly, now we'll get to our machine, set up our AIY Google. As you have seen in our previous video, unboxing has been done. First thing first, we have to get the latest version of IMG and flash our SD card through it. We are using ETCH etcher, that is recommended by Google itself. So now we are on our machine. We have inserted the SD card in Raspberry Pi and connect our computer to it. So we are on our machine and it's saying that we have to choose our country. Country is wherever India. Where is India? We have to select India. This is where India is. Now second is language, English. We'll choose English. Time zone Kolkata, yeah, it's already set. Yeah, use English language. Next. These are things that we will get when we booted our flash drive, the SD card we have booted. It's setting up the location, starting the GPS. We have to wait a little bit because this is the first time that we are starting our system after booting. Now we have to change our password. As we know, for privacy issues, I cut it down to the next screen. Now we have set our password. We'll go to the next. Searching for actually we need to connect it to the Wi-Fi. This is our VAS Agra Vision Automation Solution Agra. We have inserted. Now it's gonna connect. Maybe there comes some issues, and firstly it will not connect to your Wi-Fi. It will say fail. Let's see if it connects directly right now. Meanwhile, if you are not familiar with that Raspberry Pi versions, please go through our channel and you will find some videos in it. It will help surely. And now as we have set up our Wi-Fi, even though we have our latest version, but it will surely give you some internal upgrades. It will show update software as we have connected to Wi-Fi. It's checking for update. It will take time. I can cut to our next page, but it will not like real time that I am going for like this. Yeah, it's reading updating list. Error. Yeah, it shows error. Maybe because of the network issue, there may be some error. We are going to restart our system. It restarted, and here we are on our home page. We will go for some checks, just like check audio. We will click on it. It will shows that we have to execute in terminal. Yes, we have to execute in terminal. Yeah, I can listen to this, and I will go for Y. Type Y, enter. Now is saying press enter when you see testing 1 2 3. Okay, I will say Y. Okay, whatever I wanna say. Yeah, I can listen it properly. So that's all for today. For next episode, please like, share and subscribe to Vision Automation channel and keep the bell icon on. I'll get to you in our next video.